My God, that was one of the worst films I've seen in 2023 and one of the worst films I've seen in a long time. Talking about you, strays. Will, Jamie, you guys are funny, but this movie is not. I felt like they just filmed dogs doing things and then they wrote a script based off of what things that they filmed. Strays is basically an R-rated version of Homeward Bound if nobody wanted Shadow, Sassy, or Chance. Come on, you two. Terrible. It's Homeward Bound where every other word is fuck, and they just use it relentlessly, so much so that it just felt like teenagers who just learned the word and just were using it over and over in every single sentence. And for me, it just didn't work very well. You have this great cast with Jamie Foxx, Will Ferrell, Will Forte, and Isla Fisher, but having that much talent doesn't translate to a good movie, or even a funny movie for that matter. The biggest sin in a comedy is to not make me laugh, and I think I may have chuckled once. Which is surprising because in watching the trailer, especially the red band version, I thought this actually looks like it's kind of funny and it looks like it has promise. Don't fall for it, just enjoy the trailer, and I would skip out on this one. Without going into any spoilers for the film, Will Forte, who plays Doug, is an absolute asshole to his dog Reggie, who's played by Will Ferrell. And basically the whole plot of the movie is that Doug doesn't want Reggie anymore, so he tries to get rid of him by throwing a ball really far away and driving off. Reggie is convinced by his new friends that Doug is a total asshole, so he decides that he wants to bite his dick off. And that's literally the plot of the movie. You got Will Ferrell, who's been in Old School, Step Brothers, Elf, Anchorman. He's funny, he knows comedy, but this just is not a funny film. You've got Jamie Foxx, who was Motherfucker Jones in Horrible Bosses and was hilarious in that movie. He knows comedy as well. He grew up on In Living Color, and he's just not funny in this. Regardless of what material they're given, it's just not humorous. So the voice acting is not bad, it's just that the material isn't great here. Isla Fisher does a solid job as well. Randall Parker, who is a funny actor, plays a Great Dane named Hunter, and his voice does not fit the dog whatsoever. Josh Gad, who plays Olaf in the Frozen movies and plays a Labrador Retriever in this one who narrates the things that are going on around him, even he couldn't win me over. There was just so much about this film that did not work. And I know it sounds like I'm just shitting all over it, but it's not a good film and it's not something that I recommend. The whole point of this channel for me is to recommend movies that I think are worth seeing and to tell people to not go see ones that I don't think are great. My goal is to build trust so people will value my opinion on what I have to say about certain movies. And this one's a dud. Another thing is that the humans in this story don't work at all, and it feels like they got the D-list actors. You could have gotten me to play one of the roles. Oftentimes in films you have that human connection or human anchor, even in comedies, that kind of pull the movie together and give it a little bit of heart. This doesn't have that. I mean, just think about Shadow without Peter. What the fuck's the point? There are bits that sound funny, like BFFs peeing on each other and calling each other PFFs, but man, those jokes just fall flat. The way that the jokes are executed often feels super immature, and I just felt like I was a little bit too old to be watching this movie. And I'm not that old. Normally I like to highlight things like themes, the positives about a film, and my emotional connection that I had with a movie. But in this one, I didn't have any of those, so I'm just gonna save you some time and maybe some money on this one. Strays clocks in at an hour and 33 minutes, but even with that short runtime, I don't recommend this movie. I think if I was like 13 years old and not allowed to watch R-rated movies yet, I would find this movie hilarious, but I'm not 13. And I didn't find this movie funny at all. Sorry to be a downer today, guys, but this one sucked. Maybe if we just hump everything, then people will laugh. Maybe if I hump the microphone, like, people will laugh at that. That's funny, right? Guys, what were y'all thinking with this one? If you made it this far, make sure to subscribe, check out my latest video here, and I will catch you in the next one. Yeah, even the dick jokes weren't funny. The Great Dane has a big dick, haha. I don't think I have anything else to say. That changed the goddamn thumbnail now.